Welcome back to NRB 2015. I have two more left here to do on the interview. We have Mr. Billy Sprague. How are you doing, sir?
I'm excellent.
This was a last minute one. We talked yesterday. We were passing by, and I talked to you with Benita and from McCain, and we just talked for a little bit and stuff. We'll try to see if we can fit you in.
Yeah, thank you.
And I left everything up, and I was going to go look for Benita, and she was just sitting right there in the media room. But Billy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I, just the nuts and bolts. I was raised in West Texas, a little bitty town with two brothers and two sisters.
West Texas. What part of West Texas?
Near Amarillo.
Oh, okay.
A little town called Borger. Little oil town. And but my parents lived in Houston for a while.
Okay.
I went to TCU as a fighting frog.
Oh, right. TCU is very popular.
Went to UT Austin for graduate school. I actually went to school 1 year at Abilene Christian University, where I met Brown Bannister and Mike Blanton, a bunch of guys who migrated to Nashville late 70s, early 80s. And they invited me to come down and get in on that Christian music thing in the early stages. So I moved to Nashville in 1981 and stayed 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, just doing music for the Lord.
Oh, wow. So how did you get your start in the music industry?
Well, really, those friends that I didn't have to come knock on doors. They were already here, and they were starting a management company with Amy Grant, and I got in when she needed an acoustic guitar player. So they invited me to town to go on the road with Amy and play acoustic guitar. Okay. And then that turned into publishing arrangements and contracts, and then they started Reunion Records with Michael Libby Smith, Kathy Tricoli, Rich Mullins, and some of us. So we just geared up to communicate the gospel in a fresh way through music, and we're having a really big time making music and traveling the world.
Oh, wow. And now you got your own CD.
Yeah, and I've done several, but I transitioned when the music changed, to the digital thing, and a lot of music people transitioned back into the church to be worship leaders. So I did too, and found a wonderful church out in Colorado. I was there 8 years. And so I stopped recording for a while, but I've been writing all the time. So this project is a harvest of the cream of the crop of some worship songs over the last few years.
I love worship. Is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, it's mine.
That's yours. And did a Kickstarter campaign last year to fund it and finally finish it. Because my wife said,
What was your Kickstarter goal?
It was $20,000. We made $35,000 to finish and promote. The Lord gave above.
I've seen a lot of artists that and different types of entertainment as far as movies and audio stuff and different things, and that's been very. God has used that.
It's an innovative way to rally your tribe. All the connections you have over the years of people who like what you do and they want to see you do it more, and so. They feel invested in it and ownership.
Were you very strong on the social media before the Kickstarter? Because I'm not very strong. That's the only reason I haven't jumped in.
Well, my wife got me on Facebook, and then people started contacting me from the last 3 decades of music I've done, and concerts and missions trips. So I know people all over the place. So people started kicking in on it, and it was just an incredible blessing to feel that supported. And so we got to finish the project and, hire a radio promoter, and we're here at NRB just trying to put some wind in the sails, because I view the songs like arrows. And these interviews, you guys are the bow. You shoot this thing. Yeah. You shoot this stuff out into the world, and then God takes aim at hearts. But if I just make it and it sits in my garage, it doesn't do anybody. It doesn't complete its mission.
True.
So thank you for having me and just getting the word out about this, because it's really fun now to launch some songs again.
Oh yeah. How long did it take you to put this together?
Well, this is a labor of the last 4 or 5 years, because I recorded a few at a time, and then the Kickstarter enabled us to just go ahead and finish it. And it was completed in the fall of last year, and now we're launching it here in the spring.
Oh, wow. And tell me about a few of the songs that really are. What's your favorite one on here? You have to have a favorite.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really hard to have a favorite, but the first single was just released, which is Life Begins Now, which is a lead up to Easter. It's an Easter song.
Okay.
Easter has always been dear to me. I was baptized on an Easter Sunday in West Texas, and Easter is pretty central to Christendom, and, pivotal point in history when Jesus rose from the dead. And I had a big song I wrote years ago called Via Dolorosa that it was very Easter related. So it was a good time to release this leading up to Easter. But my daughter sings 2 songs on this record.
Okay.
So if I had to pick one, I'd pick her. So she sings a song called Overflow.
Overflow. Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
Overflow is about God filling us.
That makes you feel good.
God filling us to the point where we have enough every day to give away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my daughter sings that one.
And which other one does she sing?
She sings Only Jesus, which is it's like a hymn. A lady at our church handed me a lyric that was beautiful. And I adjusted a little bit, and I wrote a hymn-like melody to it, and Willow sings that one too.
Oh, wow.
And I just sing harmony with her. It's
so
awesome.
Are most of these all worship?
It's a worship CD, and I've even included 2 little instrumentals, to give you time to meditate and pause and pray.
Oh, absolutely.
And a reverent sort of moment to collect yourself instead of song. So the whole project is a worship experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's what you want your listeners to get, right?
Yeah, I want them to, because of the title, Songs in the Key of Awe, I want people to draw near to the Lord and be in awe of Him again, and not just not be wowed by production. And we have big churches who are doing, in America we think if we wow people, they will come, and the Holy Spirit's got to show up. But it's really being in awe of what the Lord, who He is, what He's done, what He's created, and what He's revealed through His Word, of course, but what He did for us on the cross.
Yeah.
To live in awe of the Lord.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So I tell our worship team in Florida, our job is to amplify the awe. That's what we're supposed to do.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to steal that from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Feel free.
I mean, we have to make it a tangible, something, and an intimate experience. I mean, I think a lot of times in the praise and worship, we do go through songs of 1, 2, 3, here's a sermon.
Boom,
1,
boom,
2,
boom,
3,
boom, boom, yeah.
Here's a special announcements. And there's a time where we have to really... I think it's every time we get into we have to come in there knowing we're coming to the house of God. It may be named whatever church, but we're coming to the house of God, and we have to let God live in His house.
Right.
That's all I like.
And a lot of the churches, there's a lot of activity and input, and we don't rest. A.W. Tozer wrote in 1961, we've lost our sense of majesty and our ability to draw into the Lord's presence in adoring silence. Just to sit with Him. And so
I understand that.
We don't have much silence in church these days, or prayer. We have a quick prayer that's a transition to something.
In fact, the only silence is when you're like, let's take a moment of silence during like when someone died or someone's sick.
That's right.
But really, there is a precious thing to come into the house of God and just honor Him with your silence.
And be still before Him. Yeah. So there's a couple of little instrumentals in here that really quiet things down, and you can sit and just breathe deep of His grace. And then the next song begins.
Now, has this been released already?
It has not officially. It's available on my website at billyspraguemusic.com. But we're going to release it again with the second single. The first single is out, and sometime in April we'll have a release date.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Now, they're going to be able to get it digitally as well, like digital downloads and stuff?
Yeah, it will be on...
Keep up with the times, Billy.
It will be on iTunes and everywhere.
Well, see, that's awesome. Tell them how they can get to your website.
billyspraguemusic.com. And I also want to... I've launched a thing with Compassion International called Overflow Worship Workshops.
Okay.
I've been asked to mentor some worship teams. So I want to come in on a Friday night and teach about worship, not just as music, but worship as a lifestyle that flows out of our lives. And then do some workshops on Saturday, prepare for worship on Sunday. And Compassion International is partnering to underwrite some of the honorarium to help me come into churches. And then I want to pitch child sponsorships for Compassion as part of an overflow of our worship to God as we take care of things that matter to God.
Oh, wow.
And that's certainly what Compassion does with little kids around the world, right?
Well, that'll be great. That'll be great.
Right. So if you want to find out about having an overflow workshop at your church, you can go to my website, billyspraguemusic.com, and click on the overflow page.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And be expecting this pretty soon.
Very soon.
And the title, it's Songs in the Key of Awe.
That's right.
That's nice. Billy, you're a blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you for this. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You thank.
We'll be back with another great guest.